Hello, I'm here today to take you on a tour of our ever-changing White House and lead you on a new outlook of our presidential home. Because to walk in the halls of the White House is to walk in the footsteps of history. And wouldn't you want to be a part of our American history? When the White House was built in 1792, architects had hoped for this building not to be used as a home for our presidential families, but a museum of our American history. This presidential mansion still holds its place history from all periods of our nation's evolution. From the painting of James Madison in 1818 or George Washington in 1797, all the way to the plate that was a gift from the White House Acquisition Trust in 2000. Even today, history is still unfolding every day at the White House. While the White House has seen many changes from its original form in 1792, almost all of them happened after the British ambushed and burned the building down. For almost a century after the building burned down, there were little to no important changes until the Roosevelt renovation in 1902, when the White House had been restored and repaired. The Roosevelt renovation, established after the burning of the presidential home, was what had ultimately led to the ancestral renovations throughout the decades of the 19th and 20th century, where the presidential families changed things both big and small to the house, such as interior decorations to the expansion of the West and East Wing in 1902 and 1942. The reasoning for the Roosevelt renovation in 1902 was to accommodate his extensively large family, which included his 5 children and his wife Edith. He had decided that to make room and space for his family, he would separate office quarters from the family's private quarters of the home. The Harry S. Truman renovation in 1948 and 1952 was what had caused by the alarming collapse because of the damage and cracking the White House had seen from over the years. Because of this damage, he decided to move out of the home and renovate, or as some might like to say, reconstruct everything so intensely everything but the walls were demolished. While the White House Historical Association has not only protected but also helped expand the White House since 1961, it has been made a point that they oversee every potential change that the White House has made. They are not only responsible for making sure that ideas and images of our past presidents are still made relevant today, but also they strive to try to preserve as much of the past for generations ahead. Over the years, the White House has had presidential families of all sorts. Some of these families have added special touches and quirks of their own to the house, such as the bowling alley by Harry S. Truman, or the movie theater by Franklin D. Roosevelt, where the cloakroom once stood in the East Wing. Every one of these changes were specific to each presidential family, either made by himself or the First Lady. The most significant change that the White House has seen since the burning in 1814 was what had made to restore the building back to its full potential. The most important renovation was the Truman renovation. It not only fixed problems that had been slowly increasing over the years, but also helped the house from being deemed unsafe during his presidency. As you can see from our presentation and previous statements, there has been several important changes taking place over the years of the White House. Because in the White House, history is not just written, it is lived, breathed, and felt in every corner of the building. I predict that the White House will not only continuously grow and change with every president that steps forth the White House, but more history that will need to be preserved along the way. The White House will never stop changing and evolving with our nation's growth and presidential family's needs. These needs, wants, changes, and evolutions are what cause the ever-changing White House, because as long as there is a president, there will always be a change.